Hello people, it's Timmy2009 and I'm here with another Thomas and Friends video. Now this is a video that I've always been wanting to do ever since I did my video on Why I Hate CGI series. That I did how I would fix Blubba, and then after that it was the Hero of the Rails review. Eventually I do want to review Misty Island Rescue and tell you why it's a garbage movie, but for now I'm just going to be talking about my favorite thing about Thomas the Tank Engine. So Thomas and Friends. The show has been a thing since 1984. It dipped in quality in 2004, picked back up in 2013, and then it all came crashing down in 2018. And the series officially has died. But one thing that I am happy about is the fan base and the community making customs, fan-made episodes to keep this legacy of Thomas alive. And I'm hoping that the Thomas community will strive through till the end of time. Unless something would happen, like let's say if they brought back Thomas and improved it, like how Andrew Brenner did in 2013. So I probably don't know if Thomas might improve as time goes on, but Thomas the Tank Engine still holds a place in my heart. He is my number one favorite childhood character of all time, and I'm sure he is your favorite as well, since you all love my Thomas and Friends videos. I do other things like other shows, but Thomas will always be my favorite. So, what is my favorite thing about Thomas? Well, it's obviously the model series. There's no change about that. CGI is okay for the most part, but the Hit era, the Miller era, and the Blubba era are just downright garbage. And I'm sure all of you agree with me as well. Anyways, when it comes to Thomas and Friends, many people will talk about their favorite seasons of the classic series. And most people say that they like season 3 because of the lighting and how beautiful it is. Some people say season 5 is their favorite because of the action and rescues and whatnot. However, if there's one Thomas and Friends season that I absolutely love the most, my favorite Thomas season is none other than Season 7. Season 7 is probably the most beautiful, most heartwarming, and amazing series of all time for Thomas and Friends. This series came out in 2003, which is a year after I was born. And I have to say, for my first time watching Thomas and Friends, the very first episode I watched was Thomas Gets Bumped from season 3. Then I continued watching all the other classic seasons, but season 7 was the peak of it all. Season 7, in my opinion, was a perfect conclusion to what was a great show. If only season 8 could have been better. But season 7 still holds a place in my heart. Season 7 is the best season, and there's no denying that. If you like season 5, that's okay. If you like any of the other seasons before season 7, like, if season 7 is not one of your favorites, I respect your opinion. But for me, I've always loved season 7 when it first came out. This was like the very best time to be a Thomas and Friends person. Season 7 will warm your heart. It'll give you some beautiful visuals. It'll give you some nice, charming stories. And it'll give you some action unlike any other. The visuals on this are just so stellar and so beautiful. Almost as beautiful as the animation of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Almost as beautiful as Pixar's animation. Like, overall, this season just gives me a warm feeling in my heart. And it's just so amazing coming from one of the best childhood shows of all time. Season 5's visuals were pretty great. Season 3's visuals were so beautiful. Even Season 4. Like, can you believe that they made some very beautiful stories, like with Duke the Lost Engine and Stepney the Bluebell Engine? Oh my gosh, it was so great to be a Thomas and Friends fan. I'll tell you that. Like, seasons 1 through 7 is basically the golden era of Thomas and Friends. If this is not the best Thomas and Friends franchise in the world, I do not know what is. You can't say that about a certain other series, like the season 25 and whatnot. But Season 7 overall is just so stellar and so beautiful. I feel like this was Britt Allcroft's last hurrah of Thomas and Friends. Britt Allcroft is the god of writing, in my opinion. Britt Allcroft just does such a great job, in my opinion. She has managed to make Thomas and Friends a very great show and my number one favorite. So I have to thank her for doing all this work. But too bad she was replaced by Simon Spencer. Now, for season 7 to be the last Thomas and Friends series, I feel like this is a perfect way to conclude Thomas and Friends. It ends off so beautifully. Like, the music composed by Robert Hartshorn was so beautiful. And for the fact that Michael Brandon, being one of the best narrators of the show, after Alec Baldwin was kind of depressed in season 6, Michael Brandon changed the narration for the better, in my opinion. I can't say that about Michael Angelis, but I do still think he's okay. Michael Angelis is not a bad person, mind you. I feel bad that he passed away. I just don't like Michael Angelis' narrating as much. I don't think Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell did their best at season 7's music. Now, if you love Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell, I respect your opinion. I really do. I loved them in seasons 1 through 6. Their music was just so charming. But I feel like Robert Hartshorn's season 7 music in the US dub was so more beautiful. I mean, sure, most of you might prefer Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell's music, but if you like the US or UK dub, tell me in the comments below. If you like the UK dub, I respect your opinion. Anyways, I feel like Michael Brandon gives it his best at his narration. He is energetic at sometimes, and he is quite mature at sometimes. Like, he knows when to be serious, and he knows when to be fun. Michael Angelis' narration was just, it feels like he's reading a bedtime story to you. I feel like this is bedtime story narration, as James A. Williams put it, which is why I think Michael Brandon is more fun and energetic than Angelis. Sometimes I think Angelis can be kind of annoying in seasons 3 and 5, like, especially as his voice is James. Like, whenever Michael Angelis voices James, I don't know what to think. I think Alec Baldwin captures James much better. I like the fact that he makes Bill and Ben sound like obnoxious children. And his voice for Henry and Gordon was just so cool. I'm ashamed that Alec Baldwin's narration is not as good as in season 6. If his narration was like in season 5, it would have been cool. I wish Bill and Ben still sounded like little children. Like, in the episode Double Teen Troubles, that's probably one of my favorite season 5 episodes. It's the best Bill and Ben episode. I also like that George Carlin also made them sound like obnoxious children. That's just so funny. I think that's why Bill and Ben are my favorite characters in some of the series. Anyways, for the fact that this is a season with so much beautiful stuff, it just really makes me happy. And for the fact that this aired on PBS Kids, like in the middle of some season 8 episodes, I think this is the best thing to come out of PBS Kids. And I'm very sad that Mattel made the show rot and it didn't have any marketing for the Brenner era. But I'm still glad that you can watch Andrew Brenner on YouTube. But anyways, for the season 7 episodes, they're so beautiful. Some of them are adventurous, some of them are charming, and most of them are all just very beautiful. Especially with their new characters in the show. In season 6, they did make a few good new characters like Salty and Harvey and Elizabeth. They're cool. But in season 7, I think they have introduced some of the best characters in the show. Aside from Boko, the Narrow Gauge Engines, Duck, Oliver, Donald Douglas, there were a lot of great characters in Thomas Friends, I'm not gonna lie, including Thomas the Tank Engine himself. But in season 7, I think they have some of the best new characters. And now let's talk about the massive elephant in the room. Emily. Now, Emily has to be my favorite new character to the show. When Emily was first introduced, I could not believe what I was watching. This character has so much beautiful stuff to her. Like, her design is so very adorable. Her face is really cute. Her bronze buffer is just so attractive. And just overall design, like, I think Emily has to be one of the best developed characters in the show. If you thought that Boko was a god, if you thought that Edward and Henry are legends, excuse me, If you think that Duck and Oliver are fan favorites, including the narrow gauge engines, Emily has to be the best new addition to the show. Emily changed Thomas and Friends for the very better, and it's so sad that season 8 changed this for the worst. They really did Emily dirty in season 8, which I might do a review on that soon, but I don't know. If you want me to review season 8, tell me in the comments. Anyways, Emily here is just such an amazing character. The very first episode is titled Emily's New Coaches, and it's a perfect way to kick off season 7. When I first met Emily, I instantly fell in love with her. She was so beautiful and so attractive. Even Michael Brandon voicing her was so cute. For the fact that Emily is this character who wants to be special, and she didn't have any coaches at the time, so Thomas didn't like her at first. But after she rescues Oliver, she gets her coaches. She and Thomas become friends, and then Emily does so much more to this series. She only appears in a few cameos, but she only gets like 4 episodes of screen time where she can actually talk and communicate with some of the engines. And Emily's episodes are just some of the best ones I've seen. Like, all 4 episodes, like Emily's New Coaches, Bulgy Rides Again, Salty Stormy Tale, and What's the Matter with Henry are all just my favorite episodes of season 7. For the fact that they introduce Emily as a character, she's so cool. She's so sweet, she's so kind, she's so caring and humble, she's so understanding. She's like the voice of reason almost. She's very wise like Edward and very intelligent as some other characters. Like, she's very smart like Boko. She knows how to make people behave. She knows what's wrong with engines. She knows how to fix problems. She's a problem solver, and she's so amazing at it. If only Simon Spencer kept Emily's persona in season 8, it would have made her a lot better. Instead of like trying to make her like James and Gordon, they already have fussy personalities. Why give Emily the same one? That was just really very bad in my opinion, but Emily's still a great character.